Hello, this is James Francis and welcome to the new Traffic Tuesdays episode, which is going to be all about traffic trends for 2018. Now, I'm sorry there wasn't an episode last Tuesday, but I was presenting a live webinar which was all about the internet marketing trends of 2018. Basically, how to get your online business off to the right start in 2018. So if you missed that for some reason, then feel free to click on the link below this video and check that out. I will be presenting that a few times over the next few days. But for this episode, I want to talk specifically about traffic, okay? What is going to really blow up in 2018 to kickstart your online business in the right way? There are 3 trends I'm going to be talking about in this short video, and all of them are going to really help you to not only grow your traffic if you're already getting traffic, but also to start getting good quality traffic as well if you don't currently have any kind of traffic coming in. All right, so let's begin. The first one is influencer marketing. Now, over the last few years, there has been a huge growth in new personal brands on social media, including YouTube and Instagram. I'm sure you've heard of all of the latest YouTuber stars, especially people aged below the age of 30, like PewDiePie and other people like that. All these people are getting insanely popular in the industry, especially with millennials and younger people who are kind of the new wave of audience coming into the industry, right? So these brands have the ability to send a lot of traffic to whatever they recommend. If they mention a single product in their video, you can guarantee that product is really going to sell a lot because of that recommendation, okay? And better yet, the traffic quality is a lot higher because it's seen as an endorsement, okay? So with solo ads, the great thing is that somebody is recommending your stuff. It's not just like it's appearing on Facebook with Facebook ads, for example. It's actually a recommendation. The person is saying, go ahead and grab this. So it places more weight on how good that thing is compared to just popping up somewhere random, right? So it's seen as an endorsement, so that way your results are going to be a lot better than say a pay-per-click advertisement on Google or Facebook, right? Now, you can pay them to feature and recommend your stuff and get a positive ROI. Some places and people will actually just say, pay me a set fee, just a one-time fee with no increases, required or whatever, and they will just promote your stuff, and whatever amount of traffic you get, that's what you get. You don't pay any extra if it goes over. And of course, you can end up with less traffic than you expected as well. So it could be a plus point or it could be a negative point, depending on who you're buying from. So definitely do your research, but sometimes it can be a set fee. Sometimes it will be per 1,000 impressions or views of that content, okay? Now, some sites to research include, obviously there are lots of them out there, but these are a few good ones that I've found: Nichify, Instabrand, HypeTap, FameBit, Tribe, The Shelf, The Circle with a Q, I'm not sure how to say that, but The Circle, Veloce, Relio, Lumenu, Tap Influence, and Webfluential. Okay, feel free to pause this video right now if you want to note down those names to research, but just Google those names and you'll be able to find their websites. Basically, those are the best ones that I've found to basically look at who can promote your stuff, see and make sure that they are a good match for your stuff, and contact them to start promoting your stuff, okay? So I say stuff lightly because this works for both physical products and digital products, okay? If you say to them, let's say you approach somebody who is interested and talks a lot about health and fitness, and they have a large following in the health and fitness industry. If you have a health and fitness product around, let's say, building muscle, and they talk about building muscle a lot, that would be a great fit, and that would be a case in which you could contact them, and that should get you a good ROI, a good return on investment. But if you contact somebody who is going to be talking about animals or something, or makeup, let's say, or beauty, and your product is about solar panels, then that's not going to work out too well because there's a disconnect there in the audience and the product fit. All right, so make sure that the people that you are contacting or connecting with for this campaign are actually talking about the same stuff that you're promoting, okay? really important. So that's one great trend that is going to see a huge increase in 2018 because social media is only going to get more and more popular. More and more people are getting on Facebook, more and more people are subscribing to YouTube and so on. So it's really just going to blow up in 2018 more than it did in 2017, which was already quite a huge growth. Number 2 is traffic prices are on the rise. And yes, unfortunately, it is true. You cannot bury your head in the sand and think that things are going to get better. Traffic prices are on the rise, okay? So this means that your campaign needs to be good for the metrics or the statistics to work mathematically and make a profit. For example, if you were previously getting 1,000 clicks from your advertisements and that was costing you roughly 30 cents per click, that would be a $300 traffic cost in total. And let's say you make $500 in sales from that traffic you receive, that gives you a $200 profit in net profit, which is pretty cool. That's not too bad. It could be much, much better, but it's a start, okay? And most people would be happy with that. But nowadays, the traffic costs have increased. Let's say they double to 60 cents per click. That means you are paying double your traffic cost, which is $600. And let's say you still make the same amount in sales of $500. That gives you a $100 loss instead of a profit, okay? Now, there are 2 ways to combat this. The first way is to lengthen your follow-up sequence so you promote more and more offers in the long term and make back that loss into a profit in the long term. Or what I like to do is to improve your sales funnel to the point at which it makes a larger profit than before. And that's what I'm going to talk about briefly in just a few seconds. So don't just throw something online and hope for the best, in the mentality that I'm going to get something online and if I start to see results, that's when I'm going to place more effort into this. That's the wrong mentality to have. That's a newbie beginner mindset to have. And that's the reason why people struggle to make this stuff work, because they think it needs to prove itself before you put the effort in. The opposite is actually true. You need to work your ass off to get it working, and that's when you get the validation, not the other way around, okay? Because if you optimize everything in your funnel, you're going to get better and better results. And if you don't do that, you're only going to get the worst results, and that's not going to prove itself to you, okay? So you need to track, analyze, and improve every step in your sales funnel to boost your ROI. So if you're thinking, I'm making a loss from my traffic, it's not the traffic which is at fault, because that's unchangeable. You can't change how much you pay for your traffic to an extent. Of course, you can improve your relevance score on Facebook and quality score on Google AdWords, and that will get you a reduction in price in your traffic, but only to an extent, okay? It will get to a point where you can't possibly reduce that traffic cost anymore because your stats are already pretty high, and you kind of reach a point of diminishing returns where you put more and more effort into improving your traffic campaign, and it's only a very, 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 very small increase in results from then on. So you'd be much better off tracking, analyzing, and improving every step in your sales funnel to boost your ROI. So I'm not just talking about your landing page. Of course, that's only going to get you so much of an increase in results. It's only going to increase your opt-in rate. But what happens after that? What happens after they opt in? What happens when they visit the sales page? What happens when they visit the download page? And after that as well in your follow-up sequence, whether it's emails or retargeting or both. What are your retargeting statistics? What are your email open rates and click-through rates and sales from each email? Those are the kind of things you need to be improving nowadays to maximize the ROI. And yes, you can get a good ROI without doing all those intricate specific things with every single little step or micro step in your sales funnel, but you will get infinitely greater results by doing that kind of stuff. Okay, that's what separates the $1 million plus or the 7-figure plus marketers from the people who are just beginners and making up to $5,000 per month. Okay, and you'll be surprised how quickly you can scale from $5,000 per month to $10,000 and beyond when you master this kind of stuff. All right, so traffic prices are on the rise. You do need to be tracking, analyzing, and improving every step in your sales funnel to be able to make that large net profit that people people were used to seeing a few years ago. It is still possible, but you do need to be more committed to be able to achieve that, okay? Number 3 is more advertising agencies. And I'm sure you've seen all of the hype going around Facebook of the new advertising agency, which guarantees your results or something like that. Well, let me talk a little bit about that. So because traffic is getting more competitive with the rise of more new businesses seeing the potential and turning to the internet, especially when it comes to advertising, there are more new advertising agencies starting up with the hope of taking advantage of this trend. They're literally looking at this trend. People are saying to them, I should probably start advertising on Facebook, and they have this light bulb moment. I should start an agency to cope with this demand, and I should take advantage of this trend to maximize the amount of money I'm making. But most of them are just trying to take advantage of that popularity, and they don't really have any experience or value in actually getting good results from paid advertising. They're just kind of going into it blind, not really knowing how to deliver on their promises. And that's where the problem is, so this is why they're using the only pay us when you get results angle. I'm sure you've seen that with the Facebook ads doing their rounds lately, only pay us when you get results. Don't pay us a cent until you start to get leads or customers or whatever. Now, I'm telling you this now, it's not difficult to get leads, so that guarantee never really applies, because you're always going to get leads. If you put money into an advertising campaign and you're getting traffic to a landing page and the landing page follows a certain format, you can get leads. That's not going to be an issue whatsoever, okay? The issue is the ROI. And that's what a lot of people don't guarantee. And that's where a lot of new, customers of these companies lose their shirt, because they pay this advertising agency that is only, charging when you get results. But to them, the results have already happened because you've gotten the leads. And then the business owner is left wondering, how do I turn these leads into sales? And if the advertising agency was doing a good job, they would also be helping the client to turn those leads into sales, not just to get the leads, right? So they're doing this so they can use their clients' businesses and their ad spend as experiments, as a lab experiment to grow their own skills for the future, maybe their own advertising campaigns or their clients' advertising campaigns in the future. So you're basically the experiments if you go in with one of these types of businesses that say only pay us when you get results. And if you think of it this way, if the advertising agency was doing a good job, they would be in demand, they would have people wanting to give them money up front, and they wouldn't need to resort to these tactics of getting paid later, because they would be able to get paid up front. And as an advertising agency, would you prefer to get paid up front, or would you prefer to get paid in possibly a few months down the line, if at all? Right? There's a big risk there for the advertising agency that they may do all this work and not get paid. But that's all they can do because they have no proof of their results at that point. So they're doing this stuff to learn how to do things with their clients and then get testimonials, then get proof that what they're doing is actually working, and then they can charge up front in the future. Now, I don't know about you, but I don't really want to be part of an experiment. When I hire somebody, I would much prefer to just pay them to get me good results immediately rather than wait 3 months in the future. It's not a great thing to do. So personally, I try to stay away from those sorts of companies and always do your research, okay? So make sure they're already getting good results for other people before hiring anyone. I'm not saying that you do need to hire people. If you are struggling with advertising, it is an option to you, especially if you've been banned from Facebook in the past or something. Maybe you screwed up in some way and they banned your account and they're not listening to your cries for forgiveness. You can hire an agency to run your ads for you. That is one option. But obviously, if you are going to do that, always do your research. Don't get suckered into these deals where you only pay somebody once they get you results, because they set the expectation of the results and not you. Right? So that's not usually a good way to go. Always go with somebody who has got a proven track record of getting results for other clients, okay? So make sure that they have testimonials, case studies on their website that say, we increased their results by X%, or they were able to grow their business 4 times in 1 year, or something like that. That is the kind of thing you're looking for. So there is going to be more of a growth in advertising agencies this year, and I think that's only going to get worse and worse as the year goes on, and it's going to get very competitive with everyone kind of trying to outdo each other. But it's good for the consumer because the deals that you can get are going to be pretty good in the future, all right? However, if you want to do it yourself, you can, of course, learn how to do that and not have to pay anyone, which is great, right? So I hope this has helped you. I hope you now have a little more clarity on what's going to happen in 2018 and the types of trends to take advantage of. If you do have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. If you aren't already subscribed, please do so. I'm releasing videos like this every Tuesday about traffic, and I am also going to be recording lots of new content about growing your online business in general and starting it up if you haven't already. Okay, so stay subscribed and look forward to my upcoming content. I'll see you very soon. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon. Bye-bye.